Top 14 is back after us. Well, it's a couple of weeks, isn't it? Because we had that little sneaky Toulon La Rochelle fixture. But the next block is starting. There's a couple of
Friday
interesting.
night.
Yes, is it? Are you sure?
Yeah, I've got a friend that's going to it.
Oh wow, this is Bordeaux Po, is
Bordeaux
it?
v Po in Bordeaux, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Um, from a yeah, I think that's a proper good game. Also really cool it's on a Friday night. But it's a fascinating game for uh like given the autumn internationals. It's still the doublons, and this is a game that Bordeaux are vulnerable because of the autumn internationals. And because it's a doublons, because not only they're still contending with a load of injuries, they're missing loads of other players because of the internationals. Like in previous years, Deportes might have been available, Luku might have been available. You know, these guys are not there. Um, so perhaps a chink of light for Section Palmars, who
Yeah,
themselves are actually missing way more than they normally do. So who knows?
we will see.
Um,
My boys Cast go to La Rochelle, which again, if there's a time to play them, maybe it's
yes,
now.
definitely, yeah,
Um, a couple of Racing host Bayonne and then the Sunday night Stade Francais Toulon, but the two games that I'm quite interested in. I was about to say is this like a semi kind of derby round, but it's not. It's just Lyon, Clermont, and Montauban,
yeah.
Toulouse. But tale of two
Perpignan
tens,
Montpellier as well,
Perpignan, Montpellier. Yeah.
which is in Beziers. It's at Stade Raoul Barrière again.
Hey, they're there again, are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
which Montpellier won last year. Which yeah,
Is it
um,
Montpellier who lost home and away games at the Stade Raoul Barrière last
yes, yeah,
year?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, this sort of I've quite enjoyed this narrative this week. This tale of two tens. One Toulouse, so Valentin Delpy is back with Toulouse for their fixture against Montauban, which is very cool because he's obviously been ripping it up. Has looked to the manor born for quite some time. I mean, that could be a. They were targeting this potentially as Dupont's return, right? I don't know if it's a bit premature, but it was
I've not
certainly
seen anything. I'd be surprised if he plays.
they had him as the figurehead for their third team strip. Sorry, their like third shirt, the like the European one today. But at the other end of the spectrum is we mentioned Perpignan. I've had some worries in the 10 jersey, and this is legit, right? I haven't been duped here, but they've managed to tempt Benjamin Erdpejeta out of retirement
So good.
for another blast. It is brilliant.
The new coach, I've now just completely forgotten who it is, Laurent Lebeat, who would have worked with him presumably back at.
At
Oh no,
Cast,
maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they predated him.
I think
Maybe he was at
Erdpejeta was the
Oyonnax. Yeah,
10 when they.
he was
I
under
reckon.
Urios.
Okay, interesting.
Um, but it's a pretty good pick. He's the sort of player that Perpignan
Yeah,
need right now.
yeah.
He
He was
did. He
also
did.
fantastic last year.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like perfect, and he had his shaky days off the tee. But who cares? Like they need someone to steer them around the field, and he will do that. That is his game plan. They need someone to just take control a little bit. Short term deal, you'd imagine. Yeah, don't need to go and splash a checkbook. They've done pretty well to coax him out of retirement. I think that's quite impressive.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'd like to
but
know how be a fly on the wall for how those conversations went.
imagine they just sit down with a glass of red and chew the fat a bit.
Just play him his highlights reel from the last 20 years and sort of AI a Perpignan shirt over some of it. Yeah, that's very cool. And I mean, that's a massive game again for Perpignan, right? Like that is a sort of, that's kind of a gimme in recent times. But yeah, I'd almost
When the
forgotten about how poor their start of the season had been.
Yeah, I think I was thinking about because obviously we kind of never really did like a because of the extra fixture or the fixture being rearranged. We never really did like status at the end of first block or whatever. And I was thinking about it today. I don't think there's anyone really. There's no team that is kind of far above or far below expectation, other than Perpignan being so far below expectation, and arguably Pau and maybe Stade Francais being slightly above expectation. You'd say Pau to be
You're
third
talking like
is
a
above.
win. You're talking a win
Yeah,
either way,
one win
right?
out of 9 games. Yeah, like it's probably that first game where they beat Castaway, and if they and yeah, but other than that, Perpignan 1 point from 9 is far below their expectation. But even Toulouse being like 6 wins from 9, top of the table, like there's nothing like, oh God, they've had a terrible start or they're doing pretty well. Like it's kind of to form ish, give or take a place or two, but it's
Yeah,
so. And we kind of said it was perhaps a top 2 or 3, and then the rest, and then Montauban at the bottom. And it's looking that way. It's been very, very competitive. That's the thing, isn't
yeah,
it? Like it's not the reason why it's perhaps not gone too far from the script is because everyone's beating everyone and it's so competitive. Which I don't know, to say that no one's outdoing themselves or no one's below par makes it sound boring, but actually it's been far from it because it's been so competitive and anything can happen, which has been
yeah. It's
really
been
exciting.
tight, hasn't it? It has been
Yeah,
tight, and there've been a decent sprinkling of away wins in there as well.
yeah.
A few, maybe slightly fewer walkovers, bar the odd standout.
The Saturday
Yeah,
fixtures on TV are pretty underwhelming though. I think it's
they
like
are.
it's
Leon, they
Leon,
love
Clermont.
Leon.
I don't know why they
Premier
love
Sports
Leon.
love Leon.
And they love Racing. I think the other one is Racing Bayonne. It's just like,
Which I
why is
think I'm
it?
going to
Like,
struggle to negotiate. It's actually there's a hell of a lot of rugby in Paris this weekend.
yeah,
Massy Friday, Racing France Saturday, Stade Francais Sunday. It's
yeah.
proper nerds weekend.
If you saw our potential itineraries, this one was one of the ones you could have done and really crammed in some rugby. Yeah, Leon Clermont, Racing Bayonne. They're not showing the evening game, which is quite a good one, isn't it? Oh
Well,
no, there isn't
there
Saturday
isn't an
evening.
evening
Yeah,
game because
that'd be
of
one.
the
The France game, yeah. And then they do have the Sunday evening game. But yeah, I'd say those are probably two least interesting fixtures on Saturday
yeah.
that they've chosen. But there we go.
Never mind.